Legendary journalist Bob Woodward takes us deep inside the White House during the Biden administration. At a time of global unrest, his book, The War, gives us a front-row seat to history in the making through Woodward's access to key players. He reveals the tensions, disagreements, and moments of high drama that unfold behind the scenes. This book is essential reading for anyone who wants to understand the forces shaping our world today. With clear storytelling and meticulous reporting, Woodward paints a picture of a world on edge. The War focuses on three interconnected conflicts: the war in Ukraine, the ongoing tensions in the Middle East, and the deep political divisions within the United States. Woodward skillfully weaves these narratives together, showing how they are all connected. The war in Ukraine, sparked by Russia's invasion, has destabilized the entire region. Meanwhile, the Middle East remains a tinderbox of old conflicts and new challenges. To complicate matters further, the United States, deeply divided, faces its own internal struggles. Woodward argues that this internal division is weakening America's standing in the world. One of the most compelling aspects of the war is Woodward's account of the high-stakes phone calls between President Biden and world leaders. These conversations, often tense and confrontational, reveal the challenges of diplomacy on the world stage. We see Biden's attempts to persuade Russian President Vladimir Putin to de-escalate the conflict in Ukraine. We also witness his efforts to reassure Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky of American support. Woodward gives us a fly-on-the-wall perspective on these crucial conversations. Part 4. Trump's Shadow: A Lingering Influence and the Threat to Democracy. Although Donald Trump is no longer in office, his presence still looms large in the war. Woodward argues that Trump's presidency continues to cast a shadow over American politics. He shows how Trump's America First policies damaged alliances and undermined America's global standing. Woodward also explores the ongoing threat to American democracy posed by Trump and his allies. He highlights the dangers of misinformation, election denialism, and the erosion of democratic norms. Part 5. Confronting Crises: Biden's Foreign Policy in Ukraine and the Middle East. Woodward explores the administration's efforts to support Ukraine while avoiding direct military confrontation with Russia. He details the delicate balance Biden has tried to strike between providing military assistance to Ukraine and preventing a wider war. In the Middle East, Woodward examines Biden's efforts to revive the Iran nuclear deal and his approach to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Woodward shows how Biden's foreign policy is shaped by his long experience in international relations and the realities of a changing world order. The book acknowledges that Biden faces a daunting array of challenges. Part 6. Averting Global Conflict: The Fragile Balance of Power. The war concludes with a sobering assessment of the state of the world. Woodward argues that the multiple crises facing the Biden administration are interconnected. They represent a broader struggle between democracy and authoritarianism. He suggests that the world is at a crossroads, facing the most serious threat of global conflict since the Cold War. Woodward emphasizes the need for strong American leadership to navigate this perilous environment.